Here, and today I'm going to be walking you through my practicum experience through WKU's LITE program and some of the different activities that I got to partake in my school's library. So this first picture is a picture of Assumption High School's Library Media Center, or like the front desk at least. And this year things looked a little bit different during COVID. As you can see, there were one-way hallway arrows, there's sanitizer, and different stickers on the floor to help keep students at an appropriate distance to help stop the spread of COVID-19. But I still got to experience some of the regular duties of a library media specialist. So at first, my library media specialist, she just kind of walked me through the library and showed me where, the different sections are located. Here's a picture of Dewey Decimal System, kind of help keep things organized in our library. In the first semester, I honestly spent a lot of time shelving books. So that's why I have a picture of this cart. Even though COVID was going on, students were still checking out books. They just had to be sanitized or quarantined before they were put back on the shelf. But I spent a lot of time with this cart, and my media specialist always recommended to leave a little bit of room on the shelf, about at least a hand, so it didn't look too overcrowded. So that's what you can see there. And I spent a lot of time, when I was putting books away, also shifting books, making room. Our fiction section was kind of full this school year, even though some books were being checked out. Not as many as usual were being checked out this school year. So our fiction section was a little bit more full. So we spent time shifting books. We deleted the section of urban fiction, and we moved a lot of those titles over to realistic fiction, or some were mystery. You can see that depicted here. In our fiction section is that lower area of books, and then you can see there's nonfiction books standing up behind it with some special on display. But outside of shelving books and shifting books, I also helped the library media specialist organize our closet. There's a lot of materials in there for special events. So I spent time helping her organize some of our materials that we house in the Library Media Center. I helped her create displays. So this is an example of the Valentine's Day display. But really, what most of my focus on the second semester was diversity. So we were completing a diversity audit at Assumption. So really, I spent a lot of time cataloging a lot of new books that we were adding into our collection that were more diverse. And you can see these are a few other of our books that are diverse. Adding in more books with racial and ethnic diversity, as well as sexual orientation, giving our students windows and mirrors. Reading books about protagonists that reflect characteristics that they can relate to, but also reading about people who are different from them. So providing that opportunity for windows and mirrors. So in that situation, I also spent a lot of time in this drawer, which holds a lot of our cataloging materials. After I catalog a book, I put these stickers on and make sure that the books go in the correct section. So a lot of books were added into our fiction collection, which these stickers dictate. And you can see realistic fiction, mystery, fantasy. Those are some of our popular romance. Those are our popular book selections typically that the girls like to check out at our library. But really, we're focusing a lot on diversity and adding new books into our collection that reflect more diverse characters that our students can have an opportunity to read about and learn about. So I would like to thank you for listening on my presentation. An eventful year, a lot of opportunity working online with Destiny and working with the diversity audit, adding more diverse books into our catalog. Those were a big part of my experience, as well as just the